You know, it's always a little accident around here. And sure enough, man. Set it all up. He's probably gonna burn himself alive one day, or maybe the crowd or whatever. Hey guys, what's up, man? They got their feathers. They got their eyes open now. And I'm just gonna pump water out of here and into the other one. And dude, I can pull this off. Wires look good. This is alright. And the display is messed up, so I don't. You too could be a rice field owner. Today is March 2nd, and I see the postman, you know, leaving my driveway. I'm like, what? And so I stopped at the mailbox, and this is right there in the mail. Yeah. Got the hose out here, going back to the other pond. It's like a giant snake, you know, in the water. And just, oh my God. Look at these babies. My 4-inch that I got. Otherwise, or use my compressor because I can spray it now. Anyway. Hey, good morning there, guys. How you doing? How you doing? Craig here with my life on the Thai farm, where I just took delivery of, you know, one of those big cargo nets, you know, for my pickup, because we, you know, from time to time we're picking up stuff. I usually tie it down. Most of the stuff I got metal and all that. We, you know, not gonna use cargo net for that, but you know, we're gonna make a trip down south again, and so you know, if we pick up small bits of furniture or artwork or this or that, because it's a long drive, driving around the country or whatever, you know, these things come in handy. But you know, I can tell it's got that full-on production kind of smell to it. So I'm gonna lay it out over here on my stone. I'm gonna wash it down, let the sun bake it. Yeah. And it's bungee, so it'll be fine. Stretched out. Whoa. That'll fit the bed of my truck. It's a hot one today, folks, and it's only whatever, 9 o'clock in the morning or something. It's gonna be hot. Should I go? Shower mode. Give it a good washing so it'll, you know, adapt to the hot sun. Maybe get that pre-production oils or whatever they put on there to create this thing. Even though it's elastic, it's probably not bungee as we know it, like in America or something. It's probably made from like recycled shoes or something. You know, you ever see those videos where those guys, they just take all kinds of stuff, usually like in India or Bangladesh or something. The guys are just taking all this stuff and they just grind it down into nothing, make it into powder, then heat press it in these big old machines and extrude out all of this plastic and make bowls or make toys or just crazy stuff. So anyway, I think it'll last for a little bit before it starts to get super hot and affected by the elements, and then it'll rip apart. But the hooks, the plastic hooks, hopefully will stay in one piece, and I can just look at my pond here, stay in one piece, and I can be able to save those, and if I need to, you know, get my own rope and make an actual rope one. Yeah, hot. That's what I wanted to do, was, you know, was to finish up, try and get the roof on my project here before the major rains come. By the way, this ash pile now, because if you remember, I had the huge pile of debris out there. Well, that's been burned down. My wife did that. She's the resident pyro here in the village, I think. But yeah, man, because working out here when the sun's out, and it's not even, like I say, it's still early. By noon it'll be 37, 38, which is just too hot to be out working on top of a 6-inch highway, if you know what I mean. But I gotta get that done, man. I gotta buy the metal. I'm putting that up here, right? Because this is gonna be the rail. And I was thinking about this last night, and I gotta put a, I think I'm gonna need it, because over here you got plenty of support with those bars sticking out and stuff, but over here there's really nothing from there to there. So when that roof comes over, when that roof comes rolling over, I ain't gonna have the support right here. I mean, I can't put it on this one. Or maybe it's gonna go on top of that, and then if it's on top of this, maybe I'll have to somehow attach the flat rail to this with another piece in here or something. I don't know, that might work. This is a good piece of metal. It's the old ones, scrap ones, but it's a solid one. It's not the open. So I don't know, maybe it will work. Or actually no, because this side it's not like that. Actually no, maybe it is. This side is also that good piece. This is a hollow piece. This is the, anyway, shut up Craig, just get the metal, get her done. That's the idea. But oh, that's right, what else do I have to, the lights are out on the front gate, the automatic lights. Come home last night from dinner, and actually they had we ate, and then we went to this coffee craft festival. Basically there's a nice, you know, little cafe out on the river, and kind of a coffee shop, but they serve food and stuff too, and they have this big, you know, we want to call that a green belt, and they used to have like tents that you could rent, and even actually they used to have campers, small campers, you know, RV campers that you could rent out there. I don't know if they're there anymore, but they have some tents, and I think they have one. Anyway, they in a whole little festival. So last night they had one. It was all white tents, you know, the big sweeping white tents, all very, very cool. Everybody's sitting outside in their little chairs and tables, very, very elegant. But it was really cool, and it was based on, you know, coffee craft. So a lot of vendors were basically selling all the espresso machines and the coffee bar machines and all these things, and giving out free coffee drinks to everybody. Although the majority of all of that was like what do you call it, not wet coffee, what is it, you know, was the whatever, cold brew. Yeah, that's what. So it was like all this cold brew setup. I don't know if that was because they, you know, people don't drink as much hot coffee, which I think they do, because, you know, we go everywhere to have coffee and people buy it. So, but anyway, so yeah, it was pretty cool. They had you know, music and everything, and then they had the fire dancing guy. I don't know if you've seen, I had a couple of videos of like the festivals we have in the by the river, the big Ragaton and Songkran and all that. And there's this guy, he's just like a, you know, it's like a homeless guy, whatever it seems like, and he's got, you know, he does his own fire dancing, you know, he tapes it all up. He's probably gonna burn himself alive one day, or maybe the crowd or whatever. And because it come close to it down there in the river last year or whatever. But and he was the same guy. I was like, oh my god. And the guys go, yeah, we got a friend over here, he's gonna do fire. And so he was out there doing a fire dancing thing, and he attached like fireworks like to the ends of the fire pole or whatever, and he's spinning them around, and then the fireworks went off. Fireworks are shooting everywhere. Everybody's going, what, wait a minute, what? Yeah. But it was still pretty cool, you know. You gotta love a good cup of coffee. But it's that, you know, cold espresso shot. I don't know if I'm feeling that, man. But yeah, lots of events like that around here in our little village of Kamphaengphet. So, but what was I gonna do? I just saw the bird fly out of my shop here, so maybe we can go in and say hi to the babies. I think I saw the babies yesterday with their eyes open, so they might get spooked. Look at that, sleeping. Hey guys, what's up, man? They got their feathers, they got their eyes open now. They're trying to maintain low profile. But, you know, they jump. If they don't wait till they can actually fly and they jump out of that basket and land on the ground, done. Somebody will see that within a minute. Well, before it gets unbearably, as a matter of fact, you know, wait a minute. I think I probably don't even need any tools. And there was a ton of water. Water got released and didn't close the gate or whatever, and water came into this pond over here where the bridge collapsed, and you can probably see it now. It's right up on that board again. It's touching the board. Definitely gonna make it more difficult to fix that. But what I thought I'd do is I thought I'd hook my pump up, and I'm just gonna pump water out of here and into the other one. You know, primarily for two reasons. The one being that there's a lot of water in here and I want to get to the wood, but also because that other pond over there, it needs more water, man. I did open the port over there, the pipe, and so there's some of that runoff was going in there, but all the fish are in that pond, big ones. I mean, a lot of them are in the primary pond. They have the is that a crack? Don't tell me that's a crack. No. Whew. Sorry about that. I saw it right across the lens. I was like, oh my god. But yeah, so with the 5, well, probably close to 6,000 fish in that other pond. You know, if there's only a couple feet of water, that's not good for the fish, man. You know, it's not good for a fish to swim in just a small area. I know on the fish farms, you know, they're not that deep, but those are usually much bigger fish farms. I just think the fish get healthier and fatter if you have more water. So I don't mind taking some water out of the secondary pond and shipping it over to the primary pond. And if you're looking at the rice, yep, it's already flowered. Oh, this side looks like it's growing at a faster rate because it's already golden. We're not here yet on that one. Kind of weird because I think they were planted at the same time. So yeah, the old gate doesn't appear to be. I replaced this pipe with steel, you know, the galvanized pipe, so I know that's not an issue. We'll just have to take a look at this, see if something happened. Well, that looks all right. Actually, you know what I can do? I can pull this off. Wires look good. This is all right. This is for the gate, automatic gate box, and this. See, I had to do that. I had to rig that thing. This plug is too wide for this. I should have got a bigger box. But oh, I see it says off right there. So auto, and the display is messed up. So I don't know if that. I know it's got on, auto, and off. So it's off, on, and auto. I can't see the auto or the on screen, so okay. Well, with any luck, that'll be it. I'm already sweating. I'm already sweating, but it's. Although I did see when I turned it on, I did see, looked like one of the bulbs wasn't on. Which either means it's burnt out or there's a fault in the wiring. It's been up there for a while, so you know, it's been through a couple rainy seasons and stuff. I've replaced the bulbs a couple times, maybe, or once. Yep. Green grass of rice fields. You too could be a rice field owner or retire in the country of Thailand. Check on my bananas. Well, they're getting there. They're close, man. A couple more weeks. And the ones in the back are probably even closer. But yeah, I think maybe I'm gonna have to hook up the water, man. I haven't ran that pump since I filled this pond up, but it should start up. It's like a little Honda motor copy. Well, anyway, Let me get that motor set up and we'll check it out. Get back at you. Oh, well, I didn't have any gas. And I remembered that my sister-in-law took the gas can. It was probably hers, I don't know, but I've used it for the last couple of years. But anyway, she took it to go do something else last week or so. Probably not gonna get that one back. So I went around looking for gas cans. They don't sell a gas can. Well, I didn't want to go all the way to, you know, like Global or something like that. But I got these guys. These two, they were used for something, for some kind of cleaner or something, because it smelled a little bit like cleaner inside. And then but anyway, the girl at the gas station was like, hey, no problem, we do this all the time. Because I thought maybe it's gonna mix it a little bit, or she's like, don't worry about that stuff. But so I'm coming up the road to my house. Today is March 2nd, and I see the postman, you know, leaving my driveway. I'm like, what? And so I stopped at the mailbox, and this is right there in the mail. Yeah, this is from the Social Security office, and this, I'll bet you 50 bucks, is the actual form that's been missing in action, even though I already sent them the form. I sent them the copy of the form, so hopefully they act on that, unless this is a letter saying you ain't getting it anymore. Yeah, actually this just says, based on the information we have, we cannot pay benefits beginning January 25, although they did pay January 25. You have not returned the form, report United States Social Security Administration. We need the information requested to you. We need the information requested on this form. If you can receive benefits again. What the hell is the information? The form is not in here, by the way. I thought it was. Let's see what this says. It just says, if you want to appeal, you suspect fraud, you need help, contact us. How we doing? The form is called Report to the United States Social Security Administration. That's in quotes. I don't know. Is that the new name? Is that a different name for the questionnaire? Whatever. Now I gotta go. Now I'm gonna have to go look that up, right? Hopefully it's the form 60. You know, why didn't they just name the form by number? Every form in the government has a number. They could have just said, you didn't return form 7162. Anyway, I have hooked up my pump. Got the hose out here going back to the other pond. And I got this one going into this pond. It was a nightmare trying to get that, because this is like a semi-rigid hose, you know, so it's got to be perfect in trying to thread it there from plastic to metal. And I actually wound up, because I just couldn't do it effectively, so I wound up taking the metal part off and screwing it in there first, and then putting the metal on there, which even that was tricky because the valve's got to swing open like that. Anyway, I got all that done, and then I realized, oh crap, I needed gas, so I went and got gas. And again, now that I haven't started it in a long time, I'm gonna have to check that out. Probably have to pull my arm out of the socket, get this pump going, and then let's do that and we'll see it in action. All right, back at you. Ah. All right, well, there it is. Woo. Trying to get too many kinks. And what's kind of strange is you see how it's like this? Almost like I tied it with balloons, you know? That actually did that on its own, you know, from the current of the water really coming through that the last time we did it. I left this laying in the water and it was in the water. I probably videoed that. It was called like a giant snake, you know, in the water. And just, I didn't care. But this time my wife was like, can we not do it that way because it disrupts the bottom of the pond and it gets a little bit much more murky or whatever. So I was like, yeah, I guess. So I have it going right onto a rock right there. I have a brick and it's hitting that, and you know, to dissipate it a little bit. I also picked up some flat black paint because all this roofing metal up here has got to be dang it, got to be painted flat black, man. Although again, it's baking hot right now, so I don't know if I'm gonna be waiting for the painting until after the sun goes beyond the horizon out there. As soon as it goes behind the mountain, won't know, it'll still be hot, but there won't be any direct sunlight anyway. My wife's over there collected snails. Little escargot. And I used my phone to check the document. So of course it is the 7162 form, because at the top, after it says 7162 and all that on the form, and then in the first box it says report to Social Security Administration. So obviously that's the form they're talking about, and I did send it to Manila. They have it as received by tracking, and I did email a copy of it to Baltimore. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually, tomorrow, today's Sunday, so tomorrow I'm going to send them a physical copy. This document didn't even have the form in it. All it said was like, yeah, your payment's going to be suspended for January, and you have 60 days to appeal it, and we're going to assume the 60-day clock starts 5 days after the date of this letter, and the letter is dated January 30th, so that would mean they think I got it on February 4th. 1, 2, 3, yeah, like that. Yeah, right, it's February, it's March 2nd. So there goes 30 days of that 60 right there. But you know, I'll send it express, so they should get it within 60 anyway, even if that was the case. But they're telling me to appeal it with this other form. And when I look at that form seems to be an appeal form just for SSI and veterans benefits. Doesn't say anything about regular SSA. Anyway, let's just hope. I am going to try and call them again on Tuesday in Manila. It's a bit sketchy. I mean, I do, you know, like I say, I still even got with the newest video I made about the Social Security. Again, a lot of comments from people that said, yep, still waiting for mine. Waiting for my decision. I appealed it, waiting for my decision. It's coming up on 1 year. What? Stuff like that. I've been waiting. Wait. Come on, man. Just let me get back. Let me get unsuspended, and I'll send you a form every month if that'll do the trick. Every month I'll send it. Boom. It'll cost me an extra $300 or $400. Send it to EMS. But you know what? The cost of doing business, another 10 bucks a month. Anyway, I'm gonna let that pump run probably better part of the day. I want to see that the I don't know if you all can see it, but it's dark where the water line meets the edge. It's dark because that's how the water drop was, and because it's dark, it's still wet, which means that the drop is, you know, it's continuous. It was dropping last night, but I need more water in there, and the fish need more water in there. So we'll see what's up. I'll check out all them snails when my wife gets done over there too. Snail herping. Not herping. Wait a minute, is it snail? No, that mollusk. No. Molluscan. Whew. I might be able to spray some of this metal. But that's the other thing too. I noticed the last time when I did spray some of this metal, it was hot out, and as soon as I sprayed it, the paint was smoke drying, like a, you know, and I'm not sure that's a good thing. It hasn't peeled off or anything, so it's good paint. But yeah, when I sprayed it before, it was like immediately dried because of the high heat of the metal. So it's another reason I think I should wait, let it cool down a little bit, so it's not in that direct sunlight absorbing all that straight up heat. So what can I do? I'm gonna wait for that. I guess I could go buy some cement. You know what I need to do is I need to buy more sand. I'll have to go there and tell the guy. I need 2 cubic meters of coarse sand and 2 cubic meters of fine sand, kind of for rendering. I still got enough gravel, but I can mix some up for the, maybe I can do some work on the fountain. Alright, well, let's go do something, and I'll get back at you with more snails here from the tackle. Yeah, buddy. Escargot. There's a ton of them, bro. Look at that. Oh my god. Gotta pick out the fat ones. This area right here, I saw some other videos. Remember, I chucked all the branches when I first cut the tree up here, and I noticed immediately, because they were all with the leaves, and like right after the next day, I think I was gonna pull one of them up, whatever, and there was like 100 snails already attacking the leaves and stuff. And I thought, oh, bonanza, that's what they like, it's fresh greens. Because later when I pulled up some of the dead trees after they died, right, a couple weeks, there weren't as many. So I think they swarmed all over the new branches, and that might be one of the methods, if y'all have these ponds with snails, is throw in some fresh cut branches with leaves on them and stuff. Let them soak in there for 48 hours, I'd say. And then yank them out of there. You'll probably get a boatload of snails on there. Although now my wife's just picking them off the bottom of the pond by the fistful. So they're invasive also. Most people don't like them, don't like to see them messing up the ponds or whatever, but you can eat them. So why not leave them there as a source? It's when they're in the fields and stuff and they start eating maybe at the bottom of the rice stems and things like that that are probably not good. But cool, man. I should have done something with that ash. I just got back from my side guy. He's gonna send over the sand, 2 cubes of coarse, 2 cubes of smooth, and I also bought 5 6-meter pieces, 1.5 inch tubed square steel for the exterior roof. Hopefully that will work. But they're just filling. He's filling his 2 trucks with a big old order. Somebody's probably building a house or whatever, so he probably won't be over here till later this afternoon. Oh, the cement. Oh, I should go back there and tell him the cement before he does that. Yeah, let me get back there. Before I do that, she already cleaned a whole bunch of these. Look at this, man. Oh my God. Look at these babies. Yeah. Yum. Yeah, man, that's a lot. She's probably gonna fill this thing up, man, by the time she gets, she's only started on here, so she's maybe getting to about 1/4 of the pond edge, and she'll walk her way all the way around the edge, because they tend to hang out the edge. But yeah, man, you can sell that stuff so you can eat it and make some money. Speaking of money, let me go spend some money and buy some more cement. Alrighty. You know, it's always a little accident prone here. And sure enough, man. Gotcha. I just spent 2, 3, probably 3,500 baht at the construction guy. For the metal, I bought 2 more. So I bought those 5 pieces of 1.5 inch square bar for the roof, and then I just bought 2 more 6 meter pieces of the 4 inch by 2 beam galvanized, and that's going to be for the repairs on the bridge collapse over there in the other pond. I figured while I was there, so I got 2 bags of regular all-purpose concrete and 2 bags of concrete for rendering, primarily for rendering, and I just had them attach it to the other order, so they bring all that stuff at the same time. That way I just went over there on my motorcycle and got her done, and getting her done. Water's rising a little bit. Looks about halfway to where I want it. It's 2 o'clock. They're probably going to deliver that stuff between 4 and 5, I imagine, which is, you know, perfect for me because it's still blazing out. There's not a cloud in the sky. I don't know if you can see that from here, but not a cloud in the sky. And it looks like my water plan, hitting that rock and going in the water, worked out okay because there's no disruption. I don't see any cloud of gray or mud coming up from the bottom or anything like that. So the fish will probably be happy about that. They'll probably be happy that they got some more water. And it's good water too because it's from the other pond. It's not like I was thinking before, and I talked about it before, about coming straight from the well, which would have put the, you know, dang, well water in there, but which would surely change the color of the water, and I just put the dye in there. So, well, as a matter of fact, you know what, hey, maybe I should do it now. That water is going, if I just put some dye off, put some more dye off the top, let it, you know, just sprinkle it there as it's hitting the deck, it'll probably, that way I don't have to mix it in a bucket and get it all Mr. Blue Hands again. Yeah, so yeah, let's go put some more dye in the water. I think my wife's done with the snails for today. It's a lot of work, really. I mean, you know, walking through the muddy bottom, you're just sticking your hands. She doesn't use gloves or anything. I tell her to use gloves, tell her to wear the surf booties in there, and all. No, let's go barefoot so I can step on something. Let's use my hands so I can jab my hand on something. And then, yeah, so I don't think I'll get any blue snails, although it's harmless. It's, you know, supposed to be non-toxic or otherwise harmless to humans. So you can eat blue snails. They have food coloring dye. That's not what this stuff is, but now that I think about it, Thais, the Thai markets, I think they do a fair amount of stuff with food coloring, because it's just a maze of colorful selections when you go to some of these markets, especially the desserts. Holy moly. Anyway, let's go get some dye. Back at you. And it don't matter, you're still gonna get it, no matter what. Even though it's right here, it'll dissipate out to the rest of the pond, I'm quite sure. All right, man. Well, you know what? We'll sit here, enjoy maybe a little nap and a cool breeze before the work starts and my products arrive. All right, let's get back at you. So I just put my second tank of gas into the water pump there. I think that lasted, I don't know, about an hour. I could actually probably look on the videos. The video time stamped it's 2:41. Yeah, maybe an hour and a half or so with a tank of gas on that thing. One of the things I saw, or I see just now, as I put the blue in, I see the actual current, so you can see it probably here. It's going along here, and then it turns out there. It actually is going on this side, so it'll probably, and actually it looks like it migrates a little bit in there. This area is not affected yet, doesn't appear, but soon enough the whole thing will be a lot more blue-green. But what I did remember that I can do, because you know, when I'm super exhausted, then yeah, I can sit on the bench there, and actually I just lay down, I'll take a little kip, a little nap there for 30 minutes or something. But I've been meaning to do this, and now's as good a time as any, other than working on this walkway. And that is the pump, the old well pump. My feet are slippery today on these slippers, man. I don't know why. I gotta take this, I'm gonna take this well pump back over to my shop and take it apart so I can see if I can use it for my boat agitator. I'll come over here. I haven't been on the bridge in a while. Ow. See if it's still in one piece, doesn't break on me. Well, it's all right. Got some grass growth in there. That's the pump, or the pipe that comes all the way from the city water. And my pipes that go to my well, one of them goes right here that I'm going to use for the fountain. The other one goes to the garden. But yeah, And then here, speaking of snails, in this little canal, we get the clams, you know, those ones, those, I guess you can call them river clam or something like that. But yeah, you go trudging through here, you can pick up them clams. People like those too. Yeah, I can see it from over here better even. And look at that, it's already over there. You can probably see it. This is all the normal stuff, but then right there, right here is the green line. So that's starting to come over. And yeah, man. Yeah, it looked pretty cool. So yeah, also I did find more of this buried. That was when I undid the tree over there. So I'm gonna use my hammer to smash this up before I, you know, that's why I bought the cement too, one of them cement bags. And I'm gonna use a couple of buckets from that to go ahead and start pouring on top of here. But this pump right here, it needs to come out. I don't think I glued this. I think or no, that's right, I got quick release on both of these. So I should be able to spin this off. Although I did put tape on it. Anyway, I need both hands. Let me see if I can do this. Get back at you. Oh my gosh, this thing is freaking heavy. Oh, whoa. Speaking of brewing, I ordered one of those beer sacks. You know, the kind, it's like a burlap bag. Comes with all the yeast and all that stuff in there. And all you do is add water, hang it in your closet. And after a couple weeks or whatever, you have your own little keg of beer. So we'll have to check that out. Oh my gosh, I think it's legal. They do craft beer here. I know they made that legal. So what I got to do here is I should probably do it here. I got to bust this off. I'm going to take all this off, of course. I'm going to take this faceplate. I'm actually going to take this apart, take this off. And I think I'm taking this off too. Take this off, and then so really I just have the motor, and then the spindle that, you know, the axle or the spindle that comes out by itself. And then if I can turn it on and the motor and that spindle spins good, then I'll just figure out how to get a, you know, and I think I might have one already. But I just basically, you know, have my sprocket. This is a cement cutter, but a sprocket, and I'll weld that sprocket to that spindle, and then I'll hook it up on that bolt, man. Yeah, let me see if I can bust some of this stuff off here. All right, back at you. Oh yeah. Well, it spins, man. Kind of loud, but it spins, and it's, you know, it's pretty massive torque on that. But fortunately, I have my If you saw when I built that boat structure, I have the power control, right? So I can slow it down or speed it up. Obviously, I can't have those paddle wheels going as fast as that thing can go. The boat would take off across the lake, you know, across the pond. It would probably jump on the curb, and the paddles would walk across the grass, and that'd be a sight, huh? All right, well, I decided that I was going to take this casing off, but it's actually, I thought it was just right here, but it looks like it's already actually part of the whole deal. So it would come off from the back and then slide out or whatever, and maybe I don't need to do that because it has enough here. I really only need to weld the sprocket out on this side, and then, you know, the chain will go here, right? So I can get the sprocket, I can weld it here, and then go from there. I'll just need to sort out on this boat, you know, one, I need a bigger chain because one, the sprocket I have, I think for that is a fat one, but I haven't seen this setup before. So I built this smaller chain. Actually, this comes off. This is just a Tupperware box that I made. Do I have that screwed there? Probably not going to use that. So it's got this little motor. This was, I just had this hooked to the batteries that were solar. I would solar charge the batteries and then just put one battery in here, and then it would go, but it wouldn't really go for that long. This right here is the dial button for the power. And although this motor here, you know, has a little bit of torque in there, you can see the output. It's not real, there's not a lot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to take this off. This is, was that metal? Yeah, I think this is, no, it looks like PVC. No, it's metal, that's right. This is just a joint right here. I think that was PVC joint. But anyway, I'm gonna cut that again and take this sprocket off so that I can put a new sprocket on there with bigger teeth. And then you know, and then I'll mount the motor right here to it. And the motor and the chain, yang yang yang. And then before it was just a standalone solar thing. I could just put the boat out there, put a piece of bamboo in the you know, in the pond, holding it in place, and so it wouldn't run away from the paddles. And but now, because I'm gonna have a stronger motor and stuff, I'm gonna use the, you know, the waterproof wire. I'm gonna hook up the wire so I'm gonna run power to it. So this time it'll be power, and which is definitely more reliable in terms of I can do it for, you know, run it for 2 hours, whatever I need to do. But I think I do need to, probably need to adjust, and I probably won't be able to do that until I'm in the water with it, the height of the paddles, because indeed it needs to skim the water, right? It needs to just skim the top and splash that, because if it even goes in just, you know, half an inch more or whatever into the water, it wants to go, it wants to take off, and, you know, so crazy. Anyway, that's my in-between projects, and it should be, took a little bit, should be taking delivery sometime pretty soon, and the water levels are up. You can see across there, you don't see the brown or the wet anymore. I still see it a little bit over there, but it's dug out also from even way before or something. But the water itself is bluing up. Look at that, huh? Ooh, ah. Well, my shop guy just dropped off Well, I dropped off everything except for the small sand. You know, they get that little beater truck, you know, the B52 or whatever it is. But anyway, this is 2 cubic meters of coarse sand. And then I'm going to put 2 cubic meters of the nice small sand over here. And immediately my cats, wherever they're at, are probably going to come running over here going, "What's up? Hey, thanks, bro." And the metal is, so this is my 4-inch that I got for the beams over there, and then this is what I'm going to use for the framing up that sliding roof. It's the cement that kicks my ass over here. I just had them put it here. The blue one is for rendering. The green one, that's multi-purpose. Use that for the fountain over there. I'm getting ready. I'm pulling one of them over here, but then I realized I got my you know, hose going for the pond. If I run over it with the cement, I don't know. Think that'll have any effect? I won't break the hose, will I? I guess there's one way to find out. Hey, no worries on that one. Yeah, and here they come with my presents. Sand. Huh? Yo, what? No. Liquid gold. I saw that guy, that video, just took random sand and tried to get gold out of it. Yeah, settle out. Okay. And it's a quality called 096-63-5929. These guys give me all this stuff. All right, man. We'll get back at you. Okay, well, that was pretty brutal. I didn't ask them to bring the cement bags all the way back here. So I just brought them back here one by myself. Just stack them up over here. Do that. I'm going to take this hammer over here. I'm going to smash that roofing before I close it off for today. I'm going to smash the roofing, then I'm going to do some spray painting and call it a day. Sun's it's still up there. Probably gonna be 2 hours before it goes behind a cloud. But I did, you know, I did get quite a bit done today. I was gonna put a piece of cloth over this, but and of course I brought the metal over here. You know, in Thailand they wrap everything in plastic. So like even the spray cans. And it's not because I think people are going to take the cap off and spray it in the store or something. No. That's something America will be worried about. Yeah. So. course, then I got to get up underneath it and do the top side. But you know, I had the idea I was going to use like a marine paint and do it by brush. Otherwise, or use my compressor because I can spray it now. But you know, these spray cans, and I've always used this flat black for stuff. It's, you know, it's kind of like what do you call that? Barbecue black, you know, high heat. So it's always worked out real good for me, and it's easy to apply. So I want to do it. That's probably about half a can or so. Got my umbrella up there, but hey man, it's alright. Not too concerned. That was a salvaged umbrella, so it's a shade umbrella really. It doesn't water comes through it. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, you know. This one I already did it once, I think. But this is where I ran out of paint. Right up here or something. My last time I did that. It's old metal. Painting right over the rust, but it works. It works. It's able to handle it. It looks good. Nobody ever know the difference. What I did also with the two big old pieces of those 6-meter 4-inch beams that I bought to repair the bridgeway, I took them over there, and I don't know if you can see it from over here, but I'll walk on this backside. Anyway, I laid those two beams right there. It's probably extending 1 meter on that end and 1.5 meters on this end, but the way I see it, it looks like I might be able to go from the junction where it meets there all the way to the second cement pillar. So maybe that's all I need, and I can leave this alone. And the cement pillar I can bolt it to that one, and then, you know, get it to the end and bolt the T, so it can be a little bit easier of a fix. You know, ultimately I'd like to have a you know, handicap access trail go around the whole park and everything, around the whole whatever, the whole property, so that way if I'm ever wheelchair bound, I can do it. And I suppose if I unexpectedly got wheelchair bound before I could get everything done, I would just you know, I have to hire somebody to do it, which, you know, if you know my channel, I do it all myself. So, you know, anyway, yeah, so the metal should be all right. Should be able to support this wood a lot better. My wife will probably feel safer. I love these. These are one of my favorite ones that I have here, that we, you know, that again, there was only one here. We put one over there, and we put one of these red ones and a white one, and then awesome sauce. All right, man. Well, hey, that's about enough here on the farm. And if you are watching for the first time, then hey man, like and subscribe for, you know, some more action. I try and get a lot done in one day without breaking my arm or something. And well, there you go. All right, man. Well, hey, again, thanks for watching, and keep watching. I'll get back at you with more progress on that roof over there.